April 1912. A ship unlike any the world had ever seen set sail across the Atlantic. They called her Unsinkable. They called her the future. But within days, she would become one of history's greatest tragedies. You've heard the story of the Titanic, the iceberg, the panic, the sinking. But what if the most important parts of this story were never fully told? Tonight, we uncover the hidden truths, the overlooked warnings, the decisions that changed everything. This is not just the story of a ship. This is the story of human error, ambition, and silence. The RMS Titanic was built by Harland and Wolff in Belfast. At over 46,000 tons, she was the largest moving object on Earth. Luxury defined her. First-class passengers enjoyed grand staircases, Turkish baths, and fine dining that rivaled royal palaces. But beneath the elegance, there were compromises. To make her lighter and faster, some rivets used in the hull were made from lower-quality iron, a small detail with enormous consequences. The ship was also designed with watertight compartments. Engineers believed even if multiple sections flooded, Titanic would stay afloat. But there was a flaw. The bulkheads didn't extend high enough. If water spilled from one compartment to another, the entire system would fail. And that's exactly what happened. In the days before the disaster, Titanic received multiple ice warnings from nearby ships. One of them came from the SS Californian, another from the SS Mesaba. These messages warned of heavy ice directly in Titanic's path, but many of them never reached the bridge. Why? Because the wireless operators were overwhelmed sending passenger messages. Ice warnings were treated as interruptions, not priorities. Speed was also a factor. Despite entering an ice field, Titanic maintained near maximum speed. Why risk it? Some believe it was pressure to arrive early, to make headlines, to prove dominance in the competitive world of transatlantic travel. April 14, 1912. The sea was unusually calm. No waves, no moonlight. Perfect conditions for danger. At 11:40 p.m., the lookout spotted it, an iceberg. The warning came too late. The ship attempted to turn, but the iceberg scraped along the side of the hull. Not a dramatic crash, just a long, quiet tear. 6 compartments began to flood, more than the ship was designed to handle. The fate of Titanic was sealed in minutes. Perhaps one of the most haunting questions remains. Why didn't help arrive in time? The SS Californian was closer than any other ship. Its crew even saw Titanic's distress rockets.
What signal is that?
But they didn't respond. Why? The Californian's wireless operator had gone to sleep, and the captain misinterpreted the rockets. He believed they were company signals, not distress calls. Miles away, a ship could have saved hundreds, but silence prevailed. As panic spread, lifeboats were lowered. But here lies another hidden truth. There weren't enough lifeboats. Not for everyone. Regulations at the time were outdated. They required lifeboats based on ship tonnage, not passenger capacity. Even worse, many lifeboats were launched half-empty. Why? Fear, confusion, and disbelief that Titanic could truly sink. Class played a role too. First-class passengers had easier access to lifeboats. Third-class passengers faced barriers, language differences, and delayed information. The result? Survival rates were drastically unequal. In the darkness, stories of bravery emerged. The band reportedly played music until the very end, bringing calm in chaos. Engineers stayed behind to keep power running, knowing they would never escape. But not all stories were heroic. Some lifeboats refused to return for survivors in the freezing water, fearing they would be overwhelmed. Others drifted in silence, listening to the cries fade into the night. Over 1,500 lives were lost. The disaster shocked the world, but it also changed it. New maritime laws were introduced. 24-hour radio monitoring became mandatory. Lifeboat requirements were updated. The Titanic didn't just sink, it exposed the dangers of overconfidence, the cost of ignored warnings, and the consequences of believing something is unsinkable. More than a century later, the Titanic still rests beneath the ocean, silent, broken, but not forgotten. Because the real story of Titanic is not just how it sank, but why.